welcome to Westbrook Floral. My name is Krista, and joining me today is Betty, a floral designer from Watering Can Flower Market. She's going to be teaching us how to create a beautiful Christmas urn.
Good morning.
Hi Betty, how are you?
Good. So today we're going to be doing a contemporary Christmas urn using a wide variety of greens, and so we're going to put them in sections so that each green will stand out, different textures, different colors.
Perfect. Do you want to start with a list of ingredients that we need to begin?
Absolutely. We've got our urn liners, which fit very nicely into the urns. We have filled it with floral foam that has been pre-soaked. We have our gloves to protect our hands. We've got our clippers, scissors, wire cutters, and other than that, we are ready to go.
Perfect. Well, let's get started. Westbrook Floral offers a great variety of Christmas greens as well as a good selection of hard goods in the artificial and fresh. So if you wanted to show us what the first step would be.
All right, we're going to start off with our birch logs, and I'm going to give you a wide one and a smaller one, and we're going to actually take this and very firmly push straight down. Now here's a smaller one.
Thank you.
And that's going to offset. So we're going to do it at a slight angle. Don't do it so that they're equal. Make it so one's a little bit taller. Perfect, that's excellent. Now our next one we're going to be using is dogwood.
Thank you.
It's got nice color. So we're going to put this just in between. Our first green that we're going to be using is our BC Cedar. BC Cedar has two very distinctive sides. There's your upside down, like that's much lighter, and your front is the darker. We want to use this to drape so it naturally falls down. So we're going to cut pieces with our clippers that are about 45 centimeters long. And we're going to put them into the oasis about 1.5 inches. You don't want to fill in the entire oasis, or once you start working here, all the branches are going to be like this. So we're going to have a little bit, and we're going to fill that in. So you can cut some side shots, and we're going to do about 1/5 of the greens. And if you have them like that, just pull that off. Yep, that's good. And then come up a little bit right here. So you can work some on the top of your oasis. Our next green is Arizona Cypress. Very different green than what we've just used. It's more a blue-gray color, and it just has a lot of interest. We're going to take our piece, a nice tall piece, and we're going to put it coming up the top like that. Whenever you're working with Christmas greens, you do need to cut the bottom because you're working with live greens that have, it's just like a Christmas tree. If a Christmas tree quits taking in water, if you give it a fresh cut, it starts drinking, it will last longer. Okay. Our next green is the Douglas fir. It's a nice soft fir. It has, again, two very distinctive sides, the lighter and the dark. We're going to be showcasing this one, very different texture. So we will be mimicking what we've done with the cedar alongside here. So we're going to fill down and up. So you're going to take your longest pieces. Whenever you're working in the floral foam, you don't want to make a big hole. So you're going to take off the bottom inch of that. And you're going to have it right along the top of the urn, slide it in about 1.5 inches. And your next piece again. So just working, just filling in nicely. So that's as much as the Douglas fir we're going to do. Our next one is Ming pine. And again, it reminds you of Group of 7. It's a very aesthetically pleasing one. What we're going to do is we're going to have a clump coming up there. So it's a little bit different from what we've been doing. We're just going to have just a nice cluster bending over like it's been in the wind. The next step is we're going to fill in here under our Ming pine. So again, for a beautiful contrast, we're going to be using seeded eucalyptus. This is in its natural state. It comes from Australia. It also is available in a dyed. You can get it in different colors. So it's got beautiful drape. We're going to put it just coming right down, filling in. So just nice and low, fill in this entire section.
That seeded eucalyptus has a beautiful smell, eh?
It does. It's
nice.
Definitely will make your home when outside just smell really nice and Christmassy. Our next green we're using is our magnolia leaves. It's got two very distinctive sides. It has the coppery velvety side, and it has a nice dark green shiny side. So this gives an entirely different look to our urn. It gives it some weight, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a tall piece in, and we're going to just make a really nice cluster there. But we're not going to drape it all the way down. It's just going to stay in this area. This is actually called silver fir. Notice the two very distinctive sides. So it's got the nice green and the silver where it's called for. It's a little bit of a challenge to cut. It looks kind of like a monkey puzzle. So what we're going to do is to cut it sort of right before the next set. Doesn't it smell fabulous? Smell it.
Really
it's
good.
really, really nice and fresh. You're going to pull your needles off the bottom so you don't make too many holes in your oasis. And we're going to fill in this section right here. So you can take a nice low one like that, just place it right in, and then we're going to fill this in. So always the silver side out, coming down toward here. Just fill in that area.
Perfect.
And it's a nice full green, so you don't need a lot of it. Great. All right, so we're off to our next one.
So Betty, this next one looks almost good enough to eat.
Well, it's funny you should say that because it's very appropriately named. It's blueberry cedar. However, I wouldn't recommend that you try to make a pie. We're just going to use this. We've had our BC cedar and our Douglas fir, but they're both a really same green almost. So what we're going to do is to just put a nice cluster of your blueberry cedar right in between the two. So we're just going to have a little bit like that just to give definition between our two greens. Now our next one is actually a berry as well. This, it has leaves, it has berries. It will, as the season goes, it'll get a little bit darker. We need to take these leaves off of it.
Now why is that?
Because they will, with the colder temperatures, they will turn black.
Oh, really?
So we don't want that. See, isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put it right up here. Just draping a little bit, just for a bit of a focal point. Yep, just turn it right there, right in here.
Okay.
Just to give it some visual interest. So 2 or 3 pieces is lots. So that is our urn. We've got all kinds of different textures, used all different greens. There's lots of different other varieties that you can use. However, this one, as you turn it, you're going to see something different from every angle.
Beautiful.
Now the fun part starts. We're going to be actually decorating them. What we're going to do is show you 2 very distinct types. Mine, I'm going to decorate with all natural, so if you've got a home with lots of wood and stone, we're going to use some of those products. And then just for fun, when you've got high-end homes, a little bit more modern, a little bit glitzy, we have hard goods that are just going to add a little bit of glam, pop it up, move it up a step.
We hope you found this video helpful. Thank you very much to Betty from the Watering Can Flower Market. For more information on our urns, our Christmas screens, or any of the other products seen here today, please visit our website, www.westbrookfloral.com. You can follow us on Twitter, or you can like us on Facebook. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for any upcoming videos.